Welcome to EF Pod English. Brought to you by EF Education First and English Town. Learn anytime, anywhere. Pod English Intermediate 54. Family Relationships.
How you doing, man? You look okay, man. You alright?
It's great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. We haven't done this for ages.
Actually, I was afraid I might not make it tonight.
Why? What's up?
This week has been really stressful on me. Yeah, it could be worse, sure, but my wife, you're laughing, but my wife is working late every night and I have to be home taking care of the kids, and it's tough.
Today, we're going to talk about some very useful but tricky words in English, like might, can, could, and should. We use them all the time, and they have a few meanings. We especially use them when we talk about our family relationships, like, you should talk to your wife. My parents might be able to look after the children.
I don't know. What will I do? It's because of my wife. She refuses to give up her job, or I'm starting in the wrong end, but she works late, almost every night, and I have to stay home and take care of the kids.
Yeah, well, at least you're married.
Yeah.
Now we're going to watch a movie about two friends, John and Sam. Sam's wife recently went back to work, and he is taking care of the kids. After the movie, you'll have a quick lesson and a quiz.
Hey, Sam, I just got 2 tickets for the game tonight. You want to go with me?
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm going to have to leave early tonight. I have to pick up the kids from swim practice.
You've left early every day this week. What's going on? Doesn't your wife usually pick up the kids?
She used to, but she's been working late recently.
Really? I thought she was at home with the kids. When did she start work again?
About 2 months ago. She likes her work and I'm really happy for her, but it's tough on me.
Maybe you should talk to her. You look tired.
I feel tired. You know, I have talked to her, but she's stubborn and never listens. She refuses to give up her job.
Well, the kids are pretty old now. Can't they take care of themselves?
They probably could, but kids shouldn't be alone.
Well, why don't you get a babysitter?
Yeah, that's what she said. We used to have one, but they're expensive, and good ones are hard to find. One of us should be there when they get home.
Aren't your parents retired? Maybe they could help out.
Yeah, maybe. I just hate asking for favors.
Well, you'd better do something. You can't keep going on like this, Sam.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for the ear, John. I appreciate your advice.
Anytime. I can always look after the kids if you want a night off. Kids love me.
You? You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, at least I'm married, yeah. You'll know as well one day. Did you get 5?
But you look tired. Maybe you could talk to her.
I know, but what should I say? We've already been discussing this so many times.
Modal verbs like may, might, can, could, should are special verbs that we use all the time. They are unusual because they never change their form, and they always come before the base form of the verb in the sentence. Let's look at some examples.
Maybe you should talk to her.
Maybe you should talk to her. Should can be used to give advice. What should he do? Sam should talk to his wife. We can also use should when we want to say something needs to be done, an obligation. One of us should be there when they get home.
I know what I think we should do. Or I know what I think she should do. With this young kids as we have, she should give up her job. But she refuses to.
Oh, or maybe you could get a babysitter.
Yeah, maybe we could, but we tried it and they're really expensive.
Maybe you should quit your job and stay home and have her work.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Then we would never sit here play cards.
We use can or could to show that something is possible, or to ask a question. Can Sam's parents help? Yes, they can. Could is more polite. Could Sam's parents help? We use may or might to suggest something, to show it's possible. They might be able to help. Now let's try the negative form. We use not to make modal verbs negative. Should becomes should not or shouldn't. May and might become may not and might not. Can becomes cannot or can't. And could becomes could not or couldn't.
So what else could you do?
I don't know.
Maybe you should talk to her.
Let's try a short quiz. Can you remember John's advice for Sam? Maybe you should talk to your wife. See if you can fill in the gaps here with a suitable modal verb. That's it. Can Sam's parents help? And here's the answer to that question. They might be able to help. Can't Sam's kids take care of themselves? No, the kids shouldn't be left alone. And here's a question. Use a modal verb to make the question sound polite. Could you look after the children tonight, please?
I've tried. I have tried.
Do you think we could have a night out where we're not like talking about depressing things? I mean,
Sure.
I came out, to have a good time tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you should get yourself a girlfriend.
Well done. Today we've looked at how to use modal verbs. We've learnt that we often use modal verbs like might, can, could and should when we talk about our families. We've learnt that we often use should when we give advice. You should talk to your wife. But that we also use should for obligation. Children shouldn't be left alone. And we've also learnt that could is more polite than can. Could you look after the children tonight? Well, it's time for me to go now. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Bye!
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm hanging out here with you guys, because, I tried. I mean...
You could
when
try
you hear our
hard.
stories...
I could get a girlfriend. I could, I don't know, maybe I should just...
Gee, I haven't heard you talk this much in weeks.
I did need somebody, but, she loved me, but just...
Yeah, that's great.
I mean,
What, that she left him?
yeah, I should lose some weight, actually, because, I'm starting to gain.
That's nothing, come on.
You could do some exercise.
Many women like big guys.
I'm big. I mean, but I could.
Could we finish the game, please?
Yeah, let's play. Great. Are you gonna bet? Are you guys gonna play?
I have bet.